San Diego 2013 Real Estate Forecast. This is part 2. If you missed part 1, be sure to check it out here. Now, in the first part, I talked about the positive factors that I see for 2013 residential real estate market in San Diego. Now I'm going to talk about some of the negative factors that are out there. The first one is that no matter what happens with this fiscal cliff talks that are going on right now, I believe the home mortgage interest rate deduction as we know it is going to be a thing of the past. They might not cut it off all at once. It may be gradual. It may be effective for people earning under 200 or under 250 and not for people above that. But in some shape and or form, we're going to see the home mortgage interest rate deduction disappear next year. The second factor affecting California real estate is that the Democrats have won a majority in the California state legislature. And now I think we might see an end to Proposition 13, which has kept the cap on home taxes. And Proposition 13 might not be eliminated itself, but there's a workaround that's the legislators are talking about, and that is to allow school districts to post bonds for their local districts before they had to be passed by a 2/3 vote. Well, they could change that now and say it just has to pass by a simple majority, which will mean school districts could put bond measures on the market that will add to every homeowner's tax bill, and pretty much they're all going to pass because in areas where the majority are renters, they don't think it has a direct effect, and therefore it's going to pass. So that's going to be a higher cost for every homeowner in California. The third negative factor is that California has its own cap and tax bill that goes into effect now, and this is on energy production. And what that means is that people are going to be paying a higher cost for electric energy. And the more out-of-pocket cost that you have for water, electricity, the less amount of a mortgage that you can qualify for. And homes being very expensive out here, you want to try and keep those extra costs down. Now, California also increased the amount of energy in the law that's required to be generated by green factors, non-polluting factors, and now that's been boosted to 33% of all the energy generated in California has to come from renewable sources by 2010. Well, what that's going to do, it's going to jack up electric bills all across the board, and therefore people are going to be having much less disposable income and probably not be able to afford the higher homes that they could at the moment. But in general, to conclude, I will say that personally, looking at all the factors from my first video and that I just mentioned, I think that San Diego residential real estate will continue to improve in 2013 with modest single-digit appreciation by the end of the year. I hope that my forecast is correct, but it's just one person's forecast. I appreciate you listening to this, and if you want to read the entire forecast in detail, I say visit my blog and look for the post for December 23rd, and you'll be able to read the entire 2013 San Diego real estate forecast outlook. Thanks again for listening.